Ever thought about starting your own business?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, who hasn't, right?
Right.
But what if you could combine entrepreneurship with something truly special,
Mm-hmm.
like bringing the miracle of life into clearer focus?
Oh, wow.
That's exactly what we're diving into today,
Okay.
the world of elective ultrasound.
It's fascinating how this field has taken off,
Yeah.
and today we'll be focusing on a company called Ultrasound Trainers, Inc.
Okay.
They've been around since 2005.
Wow.
And they're not just teaching people how to use ultrasound equipment,
Right.
they're helping them build entire businesses around it.
So first things first,
Yeah.
they offer ultrasound training, but this isn't your typical classroom setup.
Right.
We're talking hands-on experience with actual pregnant patients.
Wow.
You're learning by doing, which seems pretty crucial for mastering this kind of skill.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
think about it from the perspective of those excited parents to be.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just looking for a medical scan, they're
Right.
looking for a memorable experience.
Yeah.
So having ultrasound technicians who are comfortable interacting with patients and capturing those special moments is key.
Now here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Ultrasound Trainers, Inc. doesn't just stop at teaching you how to use the equipment.
Right.
They actually help you develop a full business plan tailored to your own goals.
Wow.
It's like they're handing you a roadmap to success.
That's what makes them so unique.
Yeah.
They recognize that starting any business can be overwhelming,
Mm.
especially in a specialized field like ultrasound.
Right.
So they're empowering people to become entrepreneurs by offering business consulting right alongside the technical training.
And they're very upfront about not being a franchise.
Yeah.
You're not locked into someone else's brand or fees.
Right.
They give you the tools to create your own independent studio, which I find pretty awesome.
That's right. It's all about fostering independence and giving people the freedom to build a business that reflects their own vision.
Of course, you can't just snap your fingers and open a studio. You need the right equipment and a good location. Which brings us to the next big thing Ultrasound Trainers, Inc. offers.
They call it a turnkey package,
Okay.
and it's designed to give you a head start.
Uh-huh.
We're not just talking about equipment. We're
Well-
talking about training marketing materials,
Wow.
even help with setting up your website.
Turnkey always makes me think of those instant cake mixes.
Huh.
Just add water and bake.
Yeah.
Is it really that simple?
Well, maybe not quite that simple,
Okay.
but the idea is similar.
Gotcha.
It's about removing the guesswork and providing a clear blueprint for success.
Hmm.
They've trained countless individuals and helped open over 500 studios since 2005.
Wow.
So they clearly know what they're doing.
Over 500 studios.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
it is.
But let's break down this turnkey concept a bit further.
Okay, imagine this.
All right.
You decide you want to open an elective ultrasound studio.
Hmm.
You contact Ultrasound Trainers, Inc., and they work with you to tailor a package that fits your specific goals and budget.
Okay.
Do you want to focus on 3D, 4D baby imaging?
Uh-huh.
Maybe you're interested in cardiac or vascular ultrasound.
Right.
They help you choose the right equipment, develop a marketing plan, and guide you through every step of setting up your business.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
They actually create a custom plan for each individual.
Exactly. It's like having a personal business coach guiding you every step of the way.
That's awesome.
And speaking of finances,
Yeah.
they even offer financing options for both equipment and the complete turnkey package,
Wow.
making it even more accessible for aspiring entrepreneurs.
That's a huge plus.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone has a ton of cash sitting around to start a business.
Right.
So what kinds of equipment are we talking about here?
Well, they offer a range of options.
Okay.
From the basic 2D ultrasound machines
Uh-huh.
to the really high-tech 3D, 4D, HD imaging systems.
Wait, what's the difference between 2D and 3D, 4D imaging? I know those 3D baby pictures are super popular right now.
You're right. 3D, 4D imaging has become incredibly popular for elective ultrasound.
Yeah.
Think of 2D ultrasound as a traditional black and white image.
Okay.
It gives you a flat view of the baby.
Mhm.
Now, 3D imaging takes that a step further by creating a three-dimensional image,
Okay.
almost like a sculpture of the baby.
Wow.
And 4D adds the element of time.
Okay.
So you can actually see the baby moving and making expressions in real time.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is.
It's no wonder expectant parents are so drawn to that kind of experience.
Right.
It's like getting a sneak peek into the womb and seeing your baby come to life.
It really is a special experience.
Yeah.
And Ultrasound Trainers, Inc. makes it possible for entrepreneurs to bring that joy to families in their own communities.
This is all so fascinating.
It is.
So to recap,
Yeah.
Ultrasound Trainers Inc. not only provides hands-on ultrasound
Right.
training,
Right.
but also helps you develop a customized business plan,
Mm-hmm.
offers a turnkey package to get you started,
Uh-huh.
and even provides financing options.
Exactly. They've thought of everything to make the journey of starting an elective ultrasound business as smooth as possible.
But let's dive a bit deeper into some of these elements.
Okay.
What specific business skills do they emphasize in their training?
Hmm?
How do they help with marketing in such a specialized field?
Those are excellent questions.
Yeah.
And I'm eager to explore those aspects further.
Okay.
Why don't we take a moment to gather our thoughts?
Sound good.
And when we come back, we'll delve into those specifics and see what other insights we can glean from the materials from Ultrasound Trainers, Inc.
Perfect.
Welcome back. I'm excited to keep digging into Ultrasound Trainers, Inc. and how they're helping people launch these unique businesses.
Me too. We left off talking about the business side of things,
Right.
which seems just as important as the technical ultrasound skills.
Mm-hmm.
What specifically are they teaching people?
They seem to cover all the bases.
Okay.
Marketing, finances, branding, even things like understanding your target market, which is crucial in any business.
Okay, so they're not just churning out ultrasound techs, they're creating savvy business owners.
Right.
But marketing for something like Elective ultrasound seems tricky.
Yeah.
It's not like you're selling pizza where everyone's a potential customer.
Right. It's a niche market.
Yeah.
And that's where Ultrasound Trainers, Inc.'s expertise shines.
Okay.
They're big on digital marketing, teaching people how to use social media and online advertising to connect with expectant parents.
That makes sense. Everyone's online these days.
Right.
But wouldn't traditional marketing work too, like partnering with local OBGYNs or midwives?
Absolutely. They encourage that as well.
Okay.
Building those relationships in the community is key to getting referrals and building trust. And remember, all of this marketing guidance is part of that turnkey package.
So no need to stress about figuring out Facebook ads or designing flyers on your own.
Exactly.
They've got you covered.
And speaking of the turnkey package,
Yeah.
it's worth highlighting that they offer different levels based on your budget and goals.
Okay.
So if you're starting smaller, maybe with a basic 2D ultrasound machine,
Right.
the investment will be different than if you go all in on a top-of-the-line 3D, 4D, HD system.
That makes sense. But even with financing, this all sounds like a pretty significant investment.
It can be.
Is there any data on what a typical elective ultrasound business owner might earn?
Unfortunately, we don't have specific income figures from the materials.
Okay.
It likely depends on your location, the services you offer, and how well you market yourself.
Right.
But think about it this way.
Okay.
Each ultrasound session represents potential income.
Plus, there's the emotional reward of being a part of such a special moment in people's lives.
Yeah,
That's got to count for something.
absolutely. You're not just running a business, you're creating lasting memories for families.
Okay, so let's step back and imagine someone's gone through the training,
Yeah.
secured financing,
Mhm.
and they're ready to launch their business.
Okay.
What does that first day look like with this turnkey support in place?
Well, ideally, you walk into a studio that's already set up and ready to go.
Yeah.
You've got your ultrasound equipment, your marketing materials are printed, your website is live.
Wow.
So you can focus on what matters most,
Yeah,
connecting with those expectant parents and providing them with an amazing experience.
exactly. And Ultrasound Trainers, Inc. doesn't just disappear once you've opened your doors.
Right.
They offer ongoing support, connecting you with other ultrasound professionals and providing guidance as your business grows.
Exactly. It's a great network to be a part of.
Wow, they really are with you every step of the way.
They are.
But I'm curious about something. If I were to open an elective ultrasound studio, wouldn't I need additional certifications or licenses beyond what Ultrasound Trainers, Inc. provides?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Licensing requirements vary from state to state.
Right.
So it's essential to research what's needed in your specific location.
Okay.
Ultrasound Trainers, Inc. likely provides guidance on this.
But it's ultimately your responsibility to ensure you comply with all local regulations.
Makes sense. It's better to be safe than sorry, especially when you're dealing with something as important as healthcare.
Absolutely. And speaking of healthcare,
Yeah.
wouldn't elective ultrasound technicians need to be aware of potential liability issues?
Now that you mention it, what happens if something unexpected shows up on a scan? Are elective ultrasound techs equipped to handle that?
That's a crucial point.
Yeah.
And while we don't have specifics from the provided materials,
Okay.
any reputable training program should address this.
Right.
Elective ultrasound techs need to understand their scope of practice, which means knowing when to refer clients back to their healthcare providers for further evaluation.
So even though it's elective, you're still dealing with potential medical concerns and need to act responsibly.
Precisely, it's about striking a balance between capturing those joyful moments and prioritizing the health and well-being of both parent and baby.
This has been incredibly enlightening.
We've covered everything from hands-on training and business planning to marketing strategies and ethical considerations.
It's impressive how Ultrasound Trainers, Inc. has thought of every angle to empower individuals to succeed in this growing field.
I couldn't agree more. But before we wrap things up,
Yeah.
I want to circle back to something we discussed earlier, the technology behind 3D, 4D ultrasound.
Okay.
I think our listeners would appreciate a bit more detail on what makes it so special.
You're right. It's the heart of what makes elective ultrasound so appealing. Why don't we take a quick break and come back to delve into the magic of 3D, 4D imaging? Welcome back. Before the break, we were about to delve into the technology that really sets elective ultrasound apart, 3D, 4D imaging.
It's what everyone's talking about these days. Those amazing 3D baby pictures are everywhere.
Right.
But what's the science behind it?
Well, think of traditional 2D ultrasound as a flashlight shining through a window.
Okay.
You get a flat, shadowy image of what's inside.
Right.
3D ultrasound is like turning on the lights in the room. Instead of a flat image, you get a three-dimensional rendering, almost like a sculpture of the baby.
So you can actually see the baby's features in detail.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Well, you can see the shape of the nose, the curve of the lips, even tiny fingers and toes.
Wow.
And 4D imaging adds the element of time.
Okay.
So you're not just seeing a still image, you're seeing the baby moving in real time.
Oh, wow.
Yawning, sucking their thumb, even sticking out their tongue.
Wow. That must be an incredible experience for the parents.
It is. It's like getting a sneak peek into the womb and seeing your baby come to life, and the technology keeps getting better.
Yeah.
The images are becoming clearer and more detailed, making the experience even more realistic and emotionally powerful.
Okay, so we've covered the what of 3D, 4D imaging, but what about the why? Why are expectant parents so drawn to this technology?
I think it's a combination of factors.
Right.
First, there's the obvious wow factor of seeing your baby in such detail.
Right.
It's a completely different experience from a traditional 2D ultrasound.
It's like going from black and white TV to high definition color.
Exactly. But beyond the visuals, I think there's a deeper emotional draw.
Okay.
Seeing your baby moving and interacting in real time strengthens that bond, creates a sense of anticipation and excitement for the arrival of this new life.
It's like getting to know your baby before they're even born.
Exactly. And for some parents, especially those who may have experienced previous pregnancy losses or complications,
Right.
3D, 4D ultrasound can provide reassurance and alleviate anxiety. Seeing their baby healthy and active can be incredibly comforting.
It's fascinating how technology can be both a tool for medical diagnostics and a powerful source of emotional connection.
Absolutely. And that's what makes the field of elective ultrasound so unique.
Yeah.
It bridges the gap between healthcare and personal experience, allowing families to celebrate the miracle of life in a truly special way.
Well said. As we wrap up our deep dive, I'm struck by how Ultrasound Trainers, Inc. has not only embraced this incredible technology,
Right.
but has made it accessible to aspiring entrepreneurs. They've essentially created a pathway for people to turn their passion into a thriving business.
They have, and they've done it in a way that prioritizes both technical excellence and ethical considerations. They're not just teaching people how to operate a machine, they're equipping them to run successful, responsible businesses that bring joy to families.
It's been an incredible journey exploring the ins and outs of this fascinating field to our listeners. I hope you found this deep dive informative and inspiring.
Yeah.
If you've ever dreamt of starting your own business, maybe this has sparked a new idea. And if you're simply curious about the magic of 3D, 4D ultrasound, we encourage you to learn more. The world of elective ultrasound is full of wonder and possibilities.
It is. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep